Hi Stampers, this is Trevis. Welcome to Fun Fold Friday. And so what I've decided is that on Fridays I'm going to do Fun Fold videos, and on Tuesdays I've decided I'm going to do sketch cards or maybe scrapbook pages. So what I understand, we're going to be having some scrapbooking products come our way thanks to Close to My Heart catalogs. So we're hoping that means we're going to open up maybe some more scrapbooking items. So I'm happy that you're watching today. If you watched last Friday, we did a Fun Fold card, and the card that I made last Friday was this one, and I used the Latte Love stamp set, okay, and dies. So this was the card that I made. Okay, it was very cute. And then I made another version of that I wanted to show you. And so this one is made similar, right? Except I used the designer series paper. Instead of cutting out the dies, I used the designer series paper here. I did use the smaller die here instead of this bigger one. I used the smaller one, and I like it. I think I like it just as much. And then this opens. Okay, and then this ribbon is in the annual catalog. I think this is Pecan Pie. This is going to be retiring, so use it up. So I think this is really cute. I like this card a lot. Okay, so today we are going to make a Fun Fold card, and we are going to be using Trusty Tools. So Trusty Tools is in the mini catalog. I think it's on page 56. It's available now as a bundle. It's going to be in the new annual catalog coming out May 1st. So happy that it is being carried over. It's not retiring. And it's a very, very cute photopolymer set, 16 stamps in the set. And then the dies, coordinating, obviously. There's 20 of them. I can't hold them up because I think they'll all fall out, but there's 20 dies in here. Okay, lots of dies. And what's cool is that all these dies are smaller, so they will fit in your mini cut and emboss. So that's really nice that you don't have to have a big cut and emboss to make these dies work. So if you're interested, this bundle is super cute. I actually started out with the designer series paper. I didn't actually get the bundle right away. This is kind of how I roll. I waited. I got the paper, and I love the paper, so I decided, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get the stamp set and the dies. And I'm super happy that they're carried over. So let's get started today. I'm going to show you how to make this Fun Fold card and how to make all the cuts. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use Smoky Slate and Real Red cardstock. This kind of reminds me of the old Sears Craftsman colors that they used on their cards. I mean, on their tools. They didn't make cards, they made tools. And so I have here a piece that is 11 by 4 1/4. I did score it at 5 1/2, and then I cut it at 8 1/2. Okay, and then I had this little extra piece here that I'm going to cut down. And I see my paper trimmer is over here. There it is. Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to go ahead and fold this. So fold on the score line. So that was the 5 1/2 score line. Okay, and then I have a piece of red cardstock. So this is 4 by 5 1/4. I'm not going to glue it down yet, because I have something I want to do with it first. Okay, now what I want to do with this is, I want to make sure I turned the right way for you. I am going to show you what I did with the die. Okay, so this die is like pegboard. Get it out of here. And I went ahead and I cut this out ahead of time, and I cut it out of basic gray cardstock. And it's like pegboard. Oh, so cute. All right, so I did cut that out ahead of time. And then I have a piece of real red cardstock. Now this is going to layer underneath here. So you're going to ask me what size. Okay, so this red cardstock is 2 5/8 by just a smidge under 4. Actually, I think I would just cut it 4. 2 5/8 by 4. Okay, now I'm going to glue these together. I'm going to use liquid glue. I'm going to be very careful with the liquid glue because I don't want it squeezing out through those holes when I mount it onto the red cardstock. Okay, so I'm just going to put random little spots of it. And I'm not going to overdo it. I'm just going to put enough on here to hold it in place. And I think that's about good enough. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on my red cardstock. Now, if you over glue and if you use, you know, your Stampin' seal, you're probably going to get the glue coming through the holes, which is not a great thing. So not my suggestion is a little extra right here on this corner. Hope I didn't overdo it. It was so good. Now I'm like, oh. Okay, so I'm going to hold that in place just for a second till it sticks. Okay. And now what I want to do is adhere this to this flap. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on here. So it should mount nicely based on the size. Okay, so now we have this piece that we cut off, right? We want to cut this down, and then we're going to use the whole thing, but we just want to cut it down a little bit. So I have a piece of white cardstock, and this piece is a square, 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. So I'm going to cut this just a little bit bigger. So I'm going to make this like 2 and, not quite 2 1/2, but 2, you know, I could make it 2 1/2, but I'm not going to make it quite 2 1/2. No, I think I cut that wrong, but I think I can make it work. 2 1/2 by 2 1/2. Okay. Get little fragments here. I'm going to trim those off. That really bugs me when it does that. Okay. So now what I want to do is I want to go ahead and do a little stamping on here before I adhere it together. In the Trusty Tools set, I'm just going to go ahead and make a Father's Day card. I'm going to use You're the Most Awesome Dad. So, You're the Most Awesome. I have it, this is photopolymer. I have it mounted on a block. And I'm going to use my basic gray. Right up here at the top. You're the most awesome. Oh, did I get ink on my fingers? A little bit. Hey, but you know what? It's a tool card. And then I have real red, so I think it's okay. In fact, I might just, who knows, I might just put a little extra color on there. So I have the extra one that says Dad. This is a nice big dad. I love this. And I'm going to fit that right there. Okay, so You're the Most Awesome Dad. Okay, now I am going to glue these together. Okay, but before I do, I'm going to use this piece right here, this little piece of trash. I'm going to cut it down to 1 inch. It's a little wide, so I'm just going to cut this down to 1 inch. Okay, and I'm going to fold it in half. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I'm just going to fold it in half. Okay, and what I want to do now is I want to attach this to my card using this little piece right here. So I'm going to put glue on the inside of it right there. And I'm going to put it to the back of this red piece. Okay. And I'm going to put it down about 1 inch from the side. Okay. I'll put it about right there. And then I'm going to attach this piece. I'm sorry, my voice is losing my voice. Okay, so I'm going to put this in, and I'm going to, I didn't put too much glue, so I'm just going to put glue on the right on the end. Put that in there like that. And then I'm going to put this on top so that that piece is sandwiched in there. And the reason I did it that way is so when you open the card, it looks finished, right? Sorry. Now, what I want to do next is I'm going to go ahead and adhere this to the inside of my card. have that. Okay, looking good. Now, this looks pretty plain over here, right? It needs some tools. So in the stamp set, we do have a lot of tools. We have the hammer, the wrench, paintbrush, pencil. We have measuring tape measure. But the designer series paper, oh, hello, saves you some work. So, as I said, I got the designer series paper first, and I saw this paper, and it's just so cute. So this piece right here has full pieces of full tools. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look and see which dies I have that will cut these out. I do have, let's see what I have here. I have a hammer. Okay. What else do I have? Well, I have a wrench, but there's no wrench there. I have another wrench. Oh my gosh, I have a tape measure, but there's no tape measure. I have a pencil, but there's not a full pencil, so I'm not going to use that. Well, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut the hammer out with the die. And my mini cut and emboss, my Pee-wee right here by me. I'm going to go ahead and lay this on the Pee-wee. I'm going to cut this out. And I guess I'm going to have to fussy cut the other two pieces because I don't see dies to match those. But that's okay, because you know I like to fussy cut. I'm never opposed to fussy cutting. Okay, so we can put that away. And then I'm just going to fussy cut these. I'm going to kind of try to keep it with the little white showing, just like the die. So when you fussy cut, you want to move the paper, not the scissors. Keep your scissors straight. And actually, if you have some big scissors, those even work better to fussy cut. I know, I have people that argue with me on that, but it's true if you try it. Okay, so there's one. I'm going to cut this wrench out. I like that all the handles are different colors. I was kind of going for that. So the hammer's wood, the pliers, I guess those are pliers, are red, and the wrenches. There wasn't a wrench for this? There might have been. No? Is this like a plumber's wrench? I'm not sure. I'm really not a tool girl, to be honest. Okay, good enough. Okay, now I'm going to glue some of these down. I'm going to raise some up and I'm going to glue some straight down. Oh, those are so cute. Okay, a little glue on here. I'll glue on this one. All of this paper, if you want me to show it to you, I can. It's paper's adorable. There's one piece that looks like, in fact, I'll show it to you. This piece looks like a tool chest, okay? And in the mini, if you have your celebration catalog, if you saved your celebration catalog, because I think this paper, if I'm not mistaken, ooh, this paper might be retired. I think it is. It was, I think it was a free celebration paper. Anyway, just to let you know that it, I lost my train of thought. There's a cute card in your celebration catalog. I'm going to use some mini glue dots on the hammer. So I'm going to raise the hammer up. I'm going to use like 4 of these. Mini glue dots, or you can cut up your big ones, doesn't matter. So all the glue dots are, we're still going to have the small ones, we're still going to have the black ones. All of that's not changing. Okay, so I have that. Oh yes, this is so cute. All right, now need something on the inside. So what I have here is I have a piece of white cardstock. And this, it measures 3 3/4 by 2 1/4. Okay, and then I have a little piece of the designer series paper. I'm going to put that in here, right here. Okay. So this is going to go on the inside of the card. So when he opens it up, that would be where you sign. Okay. And then it does need a little bit of an embellishment. I'm going to use Rustic Metallic Adhesive Back Dots. And these are retiring, so let's use them up. I'm not very good with the scissors doing this, but I'm trying it. There's one. Oop. There's two. And let's use another one of the big ones. Let's put it on the inside. 3. Okay. There's our finished card. And if you can't get the designer series paper, I don't think you can, you will definitely need the stamp set, because you will need to stamp your tools. You won't be able to cut them out of the designer series paper. So I hope you enjoyed this card today. And my name's Trevis Bossler, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in St. Louis, Missouri. Thanks for watching, and thanks for subscribing. I'll see you on Tuesday. Bye.